Scrappers, this is Lorraine from Card Creations. I have a card to share with you today using the Stretch Your Imagination Cricut Cartridge. I did use a card, or make a card previously using the same Cricut Cartridge, and I used this birdhouse, and I just loved this other birdhouse, so I wanted to make another card. So that's what I'm going to share with you today. I also used the Home Decor Cricut Cartridge for the bird on this card, and I do believe that's the one on the front cover, and I did flip it with my expression so that it would be facing the other direction. So we'll go ahead and get started on the card. Okay, so to begin with, I cut an 8.5 by 8 inch piece of cardstock, and then I scored it in half. So we've got, it's 4 inches wide, and I have cut a mat. This is just a 1/4 inch smaller to go on the top of that. I'll go ahead and attach that. Okay. Add it to the front of our card. There we go. And for the birdhouse, I cut it at 5 inches, and I cut, there's a frame that you can cut. It's called a silhouette. So I cut that out in brown, and let's see, what else did I do on this card? And in order for the center hole of the birdhouse not to show with the shadow, I would just cut a small piece of brown cardstock and attached it to the back, and then I cut the shadow for the birdhouse. And then I tied a piece of ribbon along the bottom. As you can see, I just wrapped it around and tied a bow. And I was planning on adding some foam adhesive. I'm trying to see on my other card if I used 1 or 2 layers, and I did use 2 layers, so I'm going to go ahead and just fold the foam tape in half and then just give it a cut, and just cut, I don't know, about 4 of them I guess will work. And when I did my layers for the birdhouse, I did use 1 thickness of foam tape for the top portion, and it's really going to add some dimension to the front of your card. So I'll go ahead and just add my foam tape, and we'll get that adhered to the front of the card. Another thing that I did was I cut out the word spring, and it has some flowers on it, and that was cut at 4 inches from the Home Decor Cricut Cartridge. It's this one here. Okay, I think that's where that came from. Maybe I better double check. No, it actually did come from Stretch Your Imagination. Now that I think about it, let's see if I can find the page that it was on, and I'll show you that. I didn't write my notes today, so I'm getting a little confused, but I shall definitely post that for you and make sure I have all the info correct for you. So we'll go ahead and just offset this a little bit on the front of the card, and that way we can still add our pretty bird to the front of our card. And let's see, just flip through this real quick. I think towards the back of the, well, let's see, here we go. It's on page 62, and it has the word spring right here at the top, and it has some flowers. And the great thing is you can do some layering for the stems and the flowers, and just make it a few different colors. I did run this through my Xyron to make it a little bit easier to attach. Now, when you cut the bird out from Home Decor, it does have legs, and I actually just cut them off. And then we'll just mount it right here with some foam tape, single layer foam tape, to the front of our birdhouse. I've already got tape on it. Okay. Alright, and we'll just add that there. And then I have these little rhinestones from Recollections, and I'm going to use one of these black rhinestones for the eye of the bird. So I'm just going to cut that off. And it already has adhesive on the back, so I'll just go ahead and just place that there. And then we'll go ahead and peel off our lettering for the top portion of our card. And we'll just add that right about here. So cute. I just love these birdhouses. And I'm rediscovering my Cricut cartridges. There's so many things on them that I didn't realize they had, and I've just been so into the Stretch Your Imagination Cricut cartridge this week. Okay, so we'll go ahead and move into the inside. Now I cut a mat, and I used that large Martha Stewart punch for the right side of the mat, and we're going to just go ahead and attach it. And we'll add that there. And I always like to add a white mat for to write your message. Just it'd be kind of hard to write on that green cardstock, so I always like to do this. And I just cut it just measured that inside frame and just made it like a 1/4 inch smaller. And there you have our spring birdhouse. Oops, his little eye came off. Let me get another. Just cut another. Okay, I see what happened. The adhesive actually just stayed on the pack. So I'm going to go ahead and just peel that, trim it up a little bit. Grab his little eye if I can. There we go. And position that again. Okay. So there we have our spring birdhouse using the Home Decor cartridge and also the Stretch Your Imagination cartridge. Let's straighten that out. Thanks for watching.